Now we'll look at a few passages here that give some numbers, that give some times that build up to that point to that event we just described. One is found in Revelation, the 11th chapter, so same chapter, just a few verses earlier. Revelations 11, in verse 2, it says, "The court which is outside the temple," is breaking into a thought, and I included that part just to show that this is talking about Jerusalem, "and do not measure it, for it has been given to the Gentiles, and they will tread the holy city, Jerusalem, underfoot for 42 months. So Gentiles are going to conquer. They are going to take over the city of Jerusalem, and they're going to trample it underfoot for 42 months. And I will give power to my 2 witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth." And so we have 2 time frames given here. 42 months, that's when the Gentiles begin to trample the city of Jerusalem, and 1,260 days when the 2 witnesses begin their work. Now we'll use some dating math in order to add all these up. 42 months, if we take 42 months times the number of days in a month, and the Hebrew calendar, there's 30 days in a month. 42 times 30, that adds up to 1,260 days, which was the same amount of days that the 2 witnesses were foretold to prophesy for. Now, if you take 42 months and divide it by the number of months in a year, which is 12, you end up with 3.5 years. There's another timing phrase that we'll see as we go on here that you're likely familiar with. It's found in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, verse 4, for example, where it talks of time, times, and half a time. Now, if a time is 1 year, times would be a multiple of that. So we could put in 2 years. And a half a time, well, that would be half a year. So if you have 1 year plus 2 years plus half a year, you end up again with 3.5 years. So 1,260 days is the same as 42 months, is the same as 3.5 years. And so we're able to add on to our timeline. We have Jerusalem controlled by the Gentiles. We have the 2 witnesses. We have the saints protected in Revelation 12 and verse 14. That's where we get the time, times, and half a time from. And so within that period, we have 1,260 days, 42 months, 3.5 years. This is a time we often refer to as the Great Tribulation and the Day of the Lord. Fulfilling that time from the fall of Jerusalem, the rise of the 2 witnesses, up until that 7th trumpet blast.